Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. My name's Janine Forsyth Lefevre. I'm the owner of Wyoming Workplace Wellness. My pronouns are she, her, hers. And this is day 2 of week 3. And this week we are talking all about mindfully managing our stress. On Monday, we went over the reasons why or the ways in which mindfulness can help us manage our stress. We talked a little bit about the negative effects that stress has on the body and the mind, the immune system, your blood pressure, all of those things. So today I wanted to work through an actual practice for stress relief. So what we're going to be doing today is some gentle seated yoga postures that you can do in any seated position. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. You don't have to go put on your yoga pants. You can do this at any time, sitting at a desk, sitting on the floor, even at the library or wherever you happen to be. And then we'll move into a guided meditation practice for relaxing under pressure. And this is a practice that you can take with you and use really anytime, anywhere, even a shortened version of it with yourself to relax and calm down when things get really, really overwhelming. So we'll begin our practice today the way we begin all of our sessions by a quick check-in, a mindful breathing check-in. So I'll invite you to find a tall, comfortable seat. Sits bones really anchored into the floor or your pillow or your chair or your couch or your bed, wherever you're sitting. And find a place where the spine can be nice and long, allowing the crown of the head to float up towards the ceiling as your sits bones reach down. So you're lengthening your spine, but keep a little flexibility there. We don't want to be stick straight. Nice and fluid mobility in the spine, but just reaching nice and tall. What this does is open up your airway to make our mindful breathing a little bit more effective. And close down the eyes if that feels okay for you, or simply gaze down at the floor a couple of feet in front of you and allow your eyes to lose their focus for just a moment. And we'll begin by watching our breath, noticing the inhales and the exhales, not trying to change anything, just noticing where the breath is. And if you're joining me live right now, it's 5 o'clock in the evening. It's already dark outside. We've had a full day. So maybe notice how your breath has been affected by the day, by the air, by the events that have happened in the past few hours. But any time of day you're doing this, just notice where the breath is. Do the inhales feel shallow and quick, or deep and slow, or somewhere in between? Now begin to deepen the breath, inviting air all the way down into the low belly. And then releasing it, emptying the belly and the lungs like water from a pitcher. Inhale, notice the air moving past the nose, through the throat, through the heart space, into the belly. Exhale, notice everything emptying. Maybe you squeeze the belly just a little bit to push out any stale air from your day. Bring your awareness to your physical body now. Doing a quick body scan. We've talked in the past about the airport scanner, right? Just a quick, starting at the soles of the feet and moving up the body. Do a quick scan, noticing any spots of tightness or tension, any places of stress, or maybe noticing where you feel particularly relaxed. Just taking stock, taking notice. If you come to a spot that feels particularly bothersome or knotted, maybe you linger there for a moment. Just breathe into that spot. Like for me, I often tend to have a knot in my stomach. or to feel like my shoulders are really tight, like reaching up towards my ears. So I might take a moment and breathe into those spots, just inviting them to open up. Maybe you have a little bit of a headache from the day. That's something that happens to me fairly often from all the screens. So I might just breathe into the back of my eyes, inviting the muscles around and underneath my eyes to open up and soften. Maybe imagining I can breathe a little space between my temples. And we'll check in with our mental and emotional selves. Where's your head at? Where's your heart? Just notice any feelings or thoughts that are rising to the surface for you right now. Again, we're not judging, just noticing and maybe even labeling. For me right now, I can sense a little bit of spinning in my mind just because I've had a very busy day. I've been going from one thing to the next all day long. So I can just acknowledge that. Wow, my head feels like it's spinning a mile a minute. Maybe you have persistent thoughts about a conversation that took place or a conversation that needs to take place, an errand you need to run, a to-do list. You're still processing something you learned today or an assignment you turned in. Just notice where you are, acknowledge it. And then same thing with any emotions. What are you feeling right now? It can be something very mundane. Maybe you feel neutral. Maybe you feel angry about something. Maybe you feel frustrated, or maybe you feel curious, excited, hungry. Is your brain wondering what's for dinner? All of it's valid. The important piece of this mindfulness puzzle that we talked about on Monday is the noticing, the bringing your awareness to this moment in time, the here and now. How's my body? How's my mind? How's my heart? We'll stay here for 2 more breaths, just breathing into whatever's coming up, being solidly rooted in this moment. And then I'll invite you to give yourself permission to be here now for the next little while that we have together. Acknowledging that any to-do lists, any worries, distractions can be set aside and picked up when our time is finished. But for now, this is your time to be fully present. One more deep breath. When you're ready, you can flutter the eyes open or keep them closed. It's up to you. We'll start with some gentle neck stretches. Inhale, 2 arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, bring the right hand to the outside of the left side of your head. So right hand comes to the left side of the head. Left hand can just rest on the lap. Inhale here. Exhale, very, very gently. Just begin to pull your right ear towards your right shoulder. Only go as far as feels good. If you feel any sharp pain or discomfort, back out. Breathe deeply here. Maybe you begin to imagine some space being created from the left side of your jaw all the way to the end of your shoulder here. That whole long line becoming nice and long. Maybe you even begin to walk the left fingertips out to the side. If you're sitting on the floor, this is easy to do. If you're sitting in a chair, you might just kind of have to like extend the left arm out a little bit. So you can see me, I'm just kind of extending it out. And notice what that does. Gently release the head, inhale back to center. You can drop the right hand to your lap Inhale, left arm reaches up and over, gently placing the palm on the right side of the head. Take a deep breath. Exhale to gently pull the left ear towards the left shoulder, lengthening out this long line from your jaw all the way to the end of your shoulder. Breathe here. Listening to your body, listening to your neck. Maybe you begin to walk the fingertips out just a little bit, just to see what that does. If you notice any tightness or tension, try to send your inhales there, pretending that you can breathe space and openness into that spot. Maybe with your exhales, you imagine any tension or stress just escaping your body, being released. Release the head, inhale back to center. We'll do some neck rolls now. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, drop the chin. Stretch out the back of the neck. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, drop the chin. We're not tilting the head back at all. That's typically not very good for our neck. We're just going front, side, front, side. See if you can match your breath to your movement. When that feels complete, you can come back to stillness. We'll do some shoulder rolls now. Just begin rolling the shoulders back. If you hear any crackly, crinkly, Rice Krispie treat kind of stuff going on, awesome. That means we're working into the fascia. We're putting some mobility in the shoulders, warming up some of those connective tissues that can get so hard and calcified when we're just sitting all day. Couple more going backwards. And then when you're ready, switch directions, forward shoulder rolls. Just lubricating the shoulder joints here, releasing the tension and the stress of the day. Come to stillness. We'll do one more little piece of yoga before we start our guided meditation. This is just a seated twist. And again, you can do this anywhere. We'll inhale, two arms reach up, palms press. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand comes to the right knee. Right hand comes somewhere behind the body. If you're sitting in a chair, you can actually grab the back of the chair. Make sure your spine is nice and tall. Try to keep your head, your heart, and your hips stacked as you twist kind of right underneath the ribs, right around the navel is where you should feel this twist. Hips stay facing forward. You can gaze directly over to the right, or if it feels okay in your neck, you could gaze out over the right shoulder. Breathe deeply in your twist, deep belly breaths. A beautiful thing about twists is that they kind of wring out the system, kind of like wringing out a washcloth. Rinsing out anything we don't need to carry with us through the rest of our day or evening. Inhale back through center. Exhale here. Inhale, two arms reach up, palms press. Exhale, twist left. Right fingertips to left knee, left fingertips behind the body, or you can grab the back of your chair. Nice tall spine again. Make sure your whole spine is in alignment. We don't want to be tilting one way or the other. Nice and straight. Twisting again at the navel. Gaze can go back over the left shoulder. And try to breathe into your low belly. See if you can feel your belly expanding with every inhale. Wringing the body out in this direction. Twists are really, really great for your internal organs, bringing fresh blood and oxygen to those organs that support you throughout the day. Your stomach, your liver, all the things. One more breath. You're ready. Exhale back through center. Beautiful. We'll settle in now for our guided meditation practice. Feel free to take any other intuitive movements you need before finding stillness. You're welcome to stay in your tall, comfortable seat, kind of the traditional meditation posture. If it's evening and you just feel like it sounds amazing to lay down, or if it's the middle of the day and it sounds amazing to lay down, please feel free. This is your practice. You do what you need to do. You could even listen to this while taking a slow, mindful walk. Anything goes. But finding your posture or your position, whether it's your meditation posture in a seat or lying down, begin by returning to your breath. The eyes can close down or become soft. Watch your inhales and exhales, deep, slow breathing, filling up the lungs, the belly, and emptying them completely, just like we do in our beginning practice. Breathing in, breathing out. In, out. Slowing down the breath. Encouraging the heartbeat to slow down. Keep breathing slowly. You can slow your breath even further by counting. For example, breathing into the count of 4, holding, and then breathing out to a count of maybe 5. So a little bit longer of an exhale. Hold it empty. Breathe in for 4. Hold. Breathe out for 5. Keep breathing now at your own pace. And try to keep at least a small percentage of your attention on your breath, checking in every so often and noticing it. Keep focus on your breath. Keep it slow and even. Now begin to notice your physical body. As you mentally scan your body, you might notice that you are holding tension in some of your muscles or in certain areas. Pay particular attention to your shoulders, your hands, your jaw, your belly, your glutes. Consciously lower your shoulders. Let your shoulders relax and allow the muscles to loosen. This act of relaxing your shoulders encourages a calming response throughout the rest of your being. So just the simple act of noticing your shoulders and consciously lowering them is going to reduce your reaction to stress. Bring awareness to your hands, letting them be open and loose and relaxed. Perhaps you imagine somebody placing gentle pressure in the palm of each hand, allowing the fingers to totally release. Let your arms be loose and heavy. Focus now on your jaw. Allow your jaw to just rest loosely. Maybe you move the jawbone side to side. You can drop the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Maybe you fake a yawn to create space in the muscle. And usually when I say the word yawn, one just comes. Bring awareness to your belly, your low back, your seat. Notice if you're gripping, tensing, or hanging on to anything there. Send your breath to any tense spots, imagining that the breath can create space and openness. Maybe your exhales allow any anxiety, worry, stress to release away from the body. Come back to the breath now, noticing it, letting it be deep and rhythmic. Count each breath again if you'd like, breathing into the count of 4, holding for count of 3, exhaling for a count of 5. Now concentrate on your thoughts, imaging each affirmation that follows and believing each one to be true. You might want to repeat each phrase silently in your mind. You are learning how to relax under pressure. So simply listen to the sound of my voice and allow each affirmation to flow in. And then if it calls to you, repeat it silently to yourself, allowing it to sink in. Maybe each inhale pulls the affirmation into your body. Each exhale lets it settle, believing each one to be true. I am calm. I am relaxed. I know how to relax easily. I can relax whenever I want to. I handle situations with ease. I am prepared. I am focused. I am strong. I am confident. I am deeply relaxed. I am calm and serene. I concentrate easily on the task at hand. I can easily relax under pressure. I feel calm and relaxed under pressure. I am capable. I am intelligent. I am worthwhile. I am skilled. I am relaxed. I am relaxed. Every time you are under pressure or in a time of intense stress, these techniques are available to you. Calm breathing, relaxing your body and your muscles. Calm your thoughts. You can relax at any time you need to, and the relaxation will help you to concentrate and keep your brain functioning at its best. The slightest feeling of stress or anxiety causes you to relax. You can calm yourself every day in any situation. Breathe deeply. Relax your muscles. Calm your thoughts. Breathe deeply. Relax your muscles. Calm your thoughts. If you practice this every day, you will build a muscle memory in your brain. Breathe deeply. Relax your muscles. Calm your thoughts. For now, it's time to come back and turn our attention to the evening ahead of us. Begin to introduce some small movement into the fingers and toes. Maybe you roll out your wrists or ankles. Maybe you do a few neck circles or shoulder rolls. When you feel ready, you can open or lift your eyes and look around, taking in your surroundings, noticing the light, the objects surrounding you. Notice the temperature of the air, any sounds or smells, bringing yourself back to the present moment. Well done. You just did a stress relieving guided meditation, but it certainly doesn't need to be guided. This is something that you can learn to do for yourself on your own. Since this session's being recorded, if you liked this practice, you can watch it as many times as you need to. You can also jot down the affirmations that we used, and just keep those in a place that you have them. At the very minimum, breathe deeply, relax your muscles, calm your thoughts is a mantra or a phrase that you can repeat to yourself as you're meditating, as you're breathing. And I would recommend doing this at times when you already do feel calm to start. So you can start to build that muscle memory. On Monday, we talked a little bit about how mindfulness practice is kind of like practicing CPR. You don't want to wait to learn CPR when somebody is in crisis and they need CPR that moment. That's not the moment you want to wait to learn it. What you want to do is a low stakes time, right? When you feel pretty relaxed, work on these skills so that you'll have them. You'll just be ready to rock and roll when stress or anxiety does kick in. So I encourage you strongly to start practicing this every day. Maybe it's right before you go to bed. Maybe it's first thing in the morning. Maybe there's a time during your day that you have a minute to breathe, maybe over the lunch hour, and you just, that mantra comes up for 3 to 5 breaths. Breathe deeply, relax the muscles, calm the thoughts. You will build a muscle memory for this, and I think you'd be pleasantly surprised at how helpful these techniques can be when the proverbial, you know what, hits the fan and you really need some calming and some stress management in that moment. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate my time with you guys, whether it is live here on our Zoom calls or whether you're watching the recording. I hope all of this is useful. Again, we meet Mondays at noon, Wednesdays at 5 o'clock over Zoom. You're always welcome to join in live or simply watch the YouTube playlist after the fact. Take care, stay healthy and safe, and I'll see you on Monday. I think next week, let me look, we are talking about movement and relaxation. So we did a little bit of movement today, but we're going to do more next week. We're going to talk about mindful movement and how that can be a really wonderful practice to complement other mindfulness practices. So get excited. I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.